Good morning. Good morning. 5 minutes early, just checking. We're trying something new today, just to see if we can record and stream at the same time, because the YouTube recordings are a bit fuzzy. So we'll see if we can improve it. But hello, how are you? Oh, I've already got somebody here, so I'm not on my Jack Jones. Mandy. Good morning, Mandy. Nice to see you. It's the most welcome face I've seen already. Good morning, Maureen. And here we go, they're coming in. You know, it's always a great relief. Do you remember last week when we started this and the internet was a little bit wobbly, wasn't it? So it's really great to see you all. I'm so glad that you're enjoying our daily doodles. And so now I'm just going to waffle till 10 o'clock. The sun is shining here in Crowborough, in the SHAC. The SHAC. I like that. Safe, happy and creative. Stay home and craft. And that's what we're going to do today again. Fantastic feedback. You good people are really enjoying what we're doing. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you. What's phenomenal is how many people are joining us from overseas. You know, we've got friends in America now coming in, and Australia and Germany, all over Europe, Italy. Isn't that great? Let's have a look. Yeah, good morning. 10 o'clock every day we get together and we have our daily doodle, our dose of daily doodle. It works for me. It makes every morning when I open my eyes, I know exactly where I'm headed. And I know, look at this outfit. It doesn't get much brighter than that. If you can't do the tree today, just doodle my shirt. There you go. How about that? I hope the microphone's working. It's a little bit floppy. Look. It's nice though, isn't it? Desigual. Anyway, so where was I? Yes, I thought bright colours, sunny day, sun's pouring in. Yesterday was a little bit overcast, wasn't it? So where are you, good people? Where are you? Tell us where you are sitting, pen and paper, poised, ready to do our daily doodles together. Where are you? Crowborough, just for those of you who aren't familiar with Crowborough, it's a little bit south of Tunbridge Wells in Kent, although we're in East Sussex, on the road to Brighton, if you like. Just half hour from here is Lewes, and then half hour from Lewes is Brighton. So we're headed towards the coast. That's where we are. And how about you? Where are you today? I hope that you're staying home. I hope that you're safe. I hope that you're well. How are you coping with this? How are you coping with this? It really is becoming very apparent to me that we need a routine. You know, we need a routine, don't we? Because this is going to be going on for a little while yet, I think, this isolation and this staying at home. And it's obvious why. You know, you don't need to be a scientist to figure out why we're being told to stay home. And then what we're doing is we're crafting, aren't we? Stay home and craft. SHAC. So what time is it? It's nearly 10 o'clock. I think that we've got a good recording going here. I think the internet is strong today. Yeah, good morning. Sunny in Rochdale too. I'm so glad to hear it. The sun makes such a difference, doesn't it? It does. It really, it brightens the mood, doesn't it? So welcome to the SHAC. What's today? Tuesday. Do you lose track of times too? I don't know what the days are anymore, because it's all out of whack, isn't it? And now we've stopped watching the news because that just makes me even more anxious. Now I really don't know what time of the week it is, what time of the day it is. It's not all bad though. It's not all bad. You know, it's okay. And so let's have a go. Shall we have a look at some doodling? Are you ready to have a little arty workout? Let's have a look at what we did yesterday, because yesterday we were building up to today, and yeah, and like I say, this isn't a competition, it's not a test, it's not a judgment on your art skills. I haven't got any art skills. I just doodled when I was a kid, doodled all my way through life, and now I'm 61 and I'm still a doodling. So let's have a look what we did yesterday, and then we'll see where we can go with this. So this was just, do you remember yesterday we decided instead of doing the birds that we did on the very first day, which were the little hearts on the wire, we thought we'd have a go at doing a side-on bird. So that's what we did. And the way that we did it was by drawing a letter D. If you're new to us, what we did was we took a D, didn't we, like that. Of course, he's a fat one. Here we go, he's had breakfast. And then you give him a beak. Oh, goodness gracious. He knows where the yogurt is, look. and then you give him a tail. These are so cool, these little fellas, look. And then we're going to put let's put another little D inside for his wing. That's easy. So when you look at it, it does actually look like a D, doesn't it? Hey, we got a P going on now. Right? And then the legs, what we said was, although he probably needs, there you go. I tell you what, I read some of the comments that you were writing as we were doodling yesterday afterwards, because I can't doodle and read. So afterwards, I just went back through and listened to you and read your comments. It was hilarious. It was so funny. He looks more like a robin. Now, isn't it interesting that just by doing a fatter D, you can create a different bird altogether? And then look, we could give him a little bit of a tuft. I had a little bit of a meltdown yesterday. I was laughing my head off because I gave mine he looks pretty cool. I gave mine a fringe, which just tickled me pink. Look, there you go, little punky fella. Right, so that's what we did yesterday. And so today, and then we also did some really nice side-on flowers. Do you remember? With the heart and then the two hearts on the side. We're going to do more of those today. And I thought if we could get these out of the way, because I tell you what it is, what I know, what it works for me. If I learn something or I figure something out and then I sleep on it, it's like it percolates. And then the next day when I get up and I look at it again, it's improved. It's better. That's the theory anyway. So let's have a look what we're going to do today. And don't run for the hills, right? It's actually very, very achievable. And once again, I'm going to say this, if I can do it, you can do it. And we've got our two little birds, right? Our side-on birds. We've got our flowers that we did yesterday. We've got do you see the magnolia ones? All through here, all the magnolia ones. I want to teach you a little trick with shading leaves today. We're going to just learn a little doodle. So when you actually break it down, do you remember we did the letters, same sketch here. And as always, you know this, if you prefer to use a pencil and then go over it afterwards, then be my guest. So the very first place we're going to start, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Let's have a sip of tea and then we'll get going, eh? Where do you think we're going to start? Where would you start if you were doing this picture? Have a look at it and you tell me, where do you think you would start? Where would you start this? See if you're right. You can start where you like, but I know where I'm going to start. So let's take a piece of paper. We'll pop that to one side. And the place we're going to start is, and I hope you guessed it right, the roof. And then we're going to build everything off our tree table. Everything around the tree table. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. But let's just start with a little line here. And then we're going to build our roof. And then down we come. And then we're going to come down here. And we're going to go around there. And that's it really. Piece of cake. But what you do want to do, look, is make sure that you leave enough, when you start here, make sure you leave enough space for your lovely bower, your floral bower, or your lovely whatever it is you're going to do around. I mean, if you wanted to, you could put a tree over the top, couldn't you? You could put, like a little branch, you could bring a branch in if you prefer. It's entirely up to you. It's choices, choices, choices. I thought we'd build I just got all carried away really with flowers because I was lost in thought. So let's start here. Right, ready? Off we go. Are you poised and ready to go? Good morning, everybody. So we'll start, for example, with a little, let's start there with a little, I'm going to use my pencil for this bit because I want to get the shape right. And then I'm going to make like a, there you go, like that. That'll do. And then we're going to come across like that. That's fair enough. I might bring that out a little bit actually. There you go. This is where you can change the shape a little bit. Once we get the shape in, it'll be a piece of cake. Then what we want to do is bring, this is the roof, and then we're going to bring the, I reckon this is about right. Bring them in. This is going to hold the roof over the table. Then we'll get a bit of dimension on this. We'll just pop a line in there like that. Look, they're going to stop there. It's all right, you can always go back over this and you can change this in a minute. So now what we're going to do is get a bit of dimension going, like so. And then we'll come through here like that. So this is the bird table, isn't it? Bit wonky. It's all right. Wonky's funky. Wonky's funky. There you go, like so. And then round the back, because obviously otherwise, if this was flat, like that, then first gust of wind, whoosh, bird seed, very expensive bird seed, flies away. So what we're going to do is make a little tray. So you go along like that, come along in there like that. So it's now, when you do this, look, check it out. So you see what I've done? So now it's a recess, isn't it? I know this is pretty basic. Let's have a look at this on another. Let's have a look, see if you can see this. You only got to get the shape right. It's just the basic shape. So I may extend these a little bit now, all right? And then we'll put the, look. So I've done that bit. I've done that bit. I've got my tray in, right? So now let's have a look at head on, because I think it's good to get the perspective. How are you doing? Don't give up. Are you kidding me? This is when we get into it. This is easy. Look, so you've got, I wonder if you turn it around like that. There you go. What I might do, now I can with a pencil, I might make these a little bit longer so that they're more in the middle, if you see what I mean. Yeah, that looks better. Right, so we've got that right. Don't worry about all the pencil marks here and there. We can get rid of them afterwards, can't we? So once you like your shape, that's the main thing. And then I suppose we've got to decide how long our, all right, so it's going to come down the middle so it doesn't fall over, first wind we get. Now, if you've got a ruler, then that's great. If not, let's just go freehand. All right. It's a freehand one. So we're going to come down here. Let's not make it too fat or it's ugly. That'll do. There you go. Cool, that's a bit big, isn't it? I might make that a bit thinner. I might come down a bit thinner when I do it with the, yeah, that's better. So, okay, it's a sketch. And then, so that it doesn't fall off, a little bit of engineering, basic engineering, we definitely need the struts here, don't we? Okay. Do you know, well, yeah, let's not get dimensional. Let's not get overcomplicated. Let's keep it 2D, otherwise this is going to get scientific. That'll do. Good enough. We can see this, can't we? How are you doing? Have you got your bird table sorted yet? Just indulge me, humour me. It's a piece of cake really, isn't it? Let's have a look. And once we've got the bird table in place, the rest is a piece of cake. So let's check it out. So we've got that, and then we're going to put our birds in. Should we do our birds? Let's just get the shapes in, and then we'll go back over it. All right. So now, here comes the first bird. Here comes the first one. Let's have a look at the one in front. So we've got one on top and one on the side. Do you fancy that? I reckon this will be cool. Let's put the birds in. And once we're happy with the birds, so we're going to pop one there. Let's make a D, like so. Gently does it. And then round he comes with his head. And there's his tail. And there's his eye. And there's his beak. And there's his... There you go. He's in. And then his mate, he's up here. There's a lot of activity in our garden with the birds at the moment. Right, let's put one there. Right, there's another D. Oh, he's hanging on. He's a bit further away than I probably need to. Look, he's like, hang on. What do you think? Is he a bit too far away? I might have to bring him in a bit because he looks like he's going to fall over. That's okay, though. Do you think he needs to be a bit further in? Hang on, let's get his tail on for balance. Yeah, probably. Or I could bring the birdhouse out a little bit towards him. That might work. That's more like it. There you go. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Then we've got the little wings in as well. Boom. Right, I know it looks a bit sketchy, but that's because that's what it is. Right, so I can get rid of that line. I don't like that one. And I'm going to get rid of this line because I don't need that either. And then I'll have an look at the overall effect. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Are we live? Are we happy? Are we alive? No, I mean, are we live on Facebook? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So, well, we're halfway there. Look. Let's do this then. Let's do this. I would suggest now, I'm going for it. Right, you ready? Because I need to do this. Let's get our pen out. And what we'll do is we'll just, now we've got our sketch in place, let's get our pen out. And let's get our shape right. Okay, let's do the roof. This is a cool doodle, a simple doodle. So we'll do the roof and then we could put the little struts in. Yeah, so you see it much better. But you can understand, I mean, we talked about this yesterday, didn't we? About putting the pencil work down first, just to get the right shape or the right outline. There you go. But like I said, you know, this is not a competition. It's not a test. You're not going to get graded. All we're doing... Oh, no, don't do that yet, though, because we still want to do the... So we've got the top bit. Right, good. And now let's make the roof tiles, shall we? So let me show you. If we're going to do the roof tiles, we'll start like this. So I'm going to do... Oh, I think I'll do 1, 2, like that. And then what you're going to do, right, is go into the middle of the roof tile like that. Look. Then you're going to go to that one again. So you go in there, in there, in there, and off the side. Don't worry if it's a bit funky. Right, here we go again. In, in, in. See? These are big tiles, aren't they? In, 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 in. This is a really cool doodle. And you can make these tiny, you can make them really tiny, or you can make them big and bold and beautiful. Looks like fish scales. Look, that could be a fish. Nice. And then, when you've got that, do you know what I'm looking for? Where's what I lean on? Can't find it. Well, I can always lean on a bit of paper because I've got clammy hands. I'll lean on a bit of card. There you go. Okay, and then what we're going to do is let's learn this together. It's a basic doodle. If I come in on the tighter camera, maybe you can see it. Yes, let's have a look. So I can do this upside down, I'm sure, right? If we do this upside down, then you can see what I'm up to. So what we're going to do, take your time, do it slowly. And then we're just going to add the inner pattern on there, look. Is that working? I think one of the things that I'm really enjoying about our doodle sessions as well, right, is just letting go of everything. You know, that was the whole idea behind this this 10 o'clock every morning getting together was to just realign your thoughts, clear your head a bit, get together with a group of like-minded people who we're all in the same boat, aren't we? There you go. Isn't that cool? So we all get together and we just doodle something. And then what that does is it sets you off for the day, doesn't it? It does me. So now what have I got here? Let me just check. I've got an O1. See, they're all different ones. Look, so this is an O1. And then you've got O5 as well, right, which is a finer one. But it doesn't, honestly. If you're using a pencil, to sharpen your pencil. If I want to get in now on the tight lines, right, you could use an O5. Let me see. Let me show you the difference if I use an O5. But it's not important. It's just that I know a lot of you are crafters and you have these pens. Right, see? Because they're finer. Right, so you go, do you remember this old trick again? Look, I'm not a one-trick pony, honest, Gov. Right, so you go tight there, and then as you get to the centre of the toe, you get a bit looser, and then you come in again. So you go from here, and it's tight, and then as you get to the centre, you get a bit looser, look, and then as you get back down to the, you get tighter again. So, 1, 2, fatter, in. Right, in, go, like this. Or you could go in the middle and then come out. Maybe you find that easier. Look, and then you just tighten it up as you go through. Actually, that is easier. So you go like that and then go slowly and relax. And this is how we're making our tiles on our roof. In we go. Okay. How are you getting on? See, one of the things, as I was saying, what I've realised is, as you do this, once you get the layout down, now we're starting on the actual doodle session, aren't we? And straight away, I feel I can relax and I just get into it. Look. And the other thing is, there's no pressure. There's no performance pressure, is there? You just got to just doodle. And what we're doing is every day we're building up skill sets, and we're just learning different little tricks. I mean, it's not rocket science what we're doing, but when you build it all together, you can create really pleasing results. And we all like a pleasing result, don't we? Look, see? Isn't that cool? So what we've done now is we've learnt how to make roof tiles, really. So if we were going to make a little cottage, or houses, or a Wendy house, or a shed, we know now, don't we? We know exactly how to make. Isn't that cool? So what should we do down here? I'm thinking that we probably want to do a few down here as well, just because otherwise there's that gap, isn't there? Looks like an unfinished job. So let's just finish. If you've got a gap like me, maybe you didn't have a gap like me, but I reckon what I probably want to do is just fill this in. Yeah, gives it a little bit more structure. Look. So many possibilities really when you start to doodle. And it is probably, it's one of the most relaxing, pleasant, stress-less, de-stressing things to do. There you go. Just finish this one in. So that's why I said yesterday, let's do the birds. Let's get the birds under our belt. Because, I mean, they were a challenge to me, the little fogels, the little birds. But once I worked it out, it was fine. Should we put them in? Come on then. So let's get our birds in. No fringe this time, Gray. Put a little tail in. Put a little wing. A little beak. Could give him a little... Oh, he needs a haircut. There you go. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this. There's a little D. There's a little wing. There we are. Little beak. Tail. Nice. Oh, hang on, legs. He's levitating. Could make a little... Eee, there you go. He's hanging on. And then perhaps we could just add a couple of little lines like on the... There you go. Which one am I using? Yeah, the thin one. 005. Micron pens. People keep asking what pens I'm using. They're Micron pens. They're very good. Right, so let's have a look. Are we happy with that so far? Where are we? How are we doing? Not so bad. Cool, this is going to take a little while though, isn't it? It's going to take a little while, but that's okay. So we've got our stand now, right? And we've got our little bird table. And now what we need, I'm going to go back to my pencil now because I want to weave. Do you remember like when we did the, look, I want to weave this. We're going to do a different, look, you can't even see what I'm doing, silly me. Right, now, I want to weave this grass, if you like, around there. Okay, so we're going to start here, go round the back, round the front, round the back and round the front. Okay, so let's have a look. We're going to start down here and we can go slowly because we're doing it in pencil. So we can go round the back like that. Then we're going to come round the front. Then I'm going to go round the back again. Look, see? Then I'm going to come back round the front. But this time I'm just hanging over like that. And that's it. Look. So I've gone round the back of the post. That's not so hard, is it? And then, but this time we want to do long, slender leaves like this. So we're going to come off like that. And then we're going to do the leaf like that. Really lovely leaf. Okay, so we'll come here and then we'll do a lovely leaf like that. Let's do this in a pencil first, like we did yesterday. You know, there's no point in, look, this is lovely. So these are long leaves. They go up and they go like that. Okay. Do a couple on the side so you can make them really slender like that. Okay. So we'll come round like that and then we can do another leaf here. We'll make a little stalk. How's that look? Then we'll come round a bit further. And then I think we'll put another one here, coming out like that. They're soft leaves, aren't they? There we are. And then here, I think I'm going to just put another one there like that. Can be a bit smaller. Doesn't have to be huge. So that's the post there, isn't it? So then we're going to come back round this way. So I think I'll put another one there. And then one underneath, like that. It's all about shading on this. Then we'll bring one round the front, like so. This is so what we did the other day when we were doing the happy lettering. Do you remember? This is just a variation on that theme, really. So here, there's that leaf. Oh, he looks a bit floppy. Right. So, you see, so we've got this lovely, actually, I like that. And once we've done that, then, once we've done that, we can put our post in place because we know where the leaves are going to go. Should we do that? Let's get our number 1. How are we doing? Am I rattling ahead too far for you? 10. It'll all be fine. This too shall pass, you know. What's important is that we just spend some time every day together, chilling. And all the anxiety and all the worry and all those things that are going like wasps in your head, just park them. Just can't do much about it, so we might as well just leave it for a bit. Just do a nice doodle. Relax, get the kids involved, get the husbands involved. We've all been home for ages now. What else are you going to do? There's only so many films you can watch. And at 10 o'clock in the morning, do you watch telly at 10 in the morning? I had never done that. I don't know. I suppose I could, if it was good enough, it was something entertaining. But I'd much rather be creative. I think it's better for the head. Right, have you caught up with me now? Let's have a look. Because now what we want to do is introduce the post. So what I'll do is, oh, hello. I'll come down here, and as I'm coming down, right, I'm going to bring the post down. When I get to a leaf, I'll stop. I'll keep coming. That's not too bad. It's not so bad. There you go. And then on the other side, excuse my head if it's in the way. I might make my post a bit thinner now. So I go like that. When I get to a leaf, these are just going to be thin. There you go. So every time I get to a leaf, I stop, you see. And then this one, in we go there. So we'll just bring that in. That holds the table up, doesn't it? That'll work. Oh, hello. Okay. Doesn't matter. Right. And now we've done that, right, let's go in. Let's go in with our, because we've done this now. So let's go in with our pen and let's get it going. Right, you ready? And swirl. See, this is where the mindful process kicks in, because no pressure. You've already done the planning. So all you've got to do now is just copy what you've already done. See? In you go, round you go. What I want to do with you today is I'm going to show you, because I think this is going to be plenty. I'll show you a couple of tricks, some colouring tricks or shading tricks. And then I think what would be really great is if you took what we've already done and you created your own bower this afternoon, or, you know, go in the garden or on the balcony, wherever you happen to sit, and then create your own framework. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. Round we go like this. And then we can compare, because then you can post your work, if you fancy doing so, on, let me see, Clarity Worldwide is where most of us are joining together. So you can come to Clarity Worldwide. I'll just let you catch up with me. Yeah, so on Clarity Worldwide, it's a Facebook page. And if you join that, then you can post your work and you can share and meet the crowd. You know, there's loads of like-minded people and they're all coming together, especially on Clarity Worldwide. That's where the ink and paper people are congregating at the moment. And they're, you know, I said yesterday, we've been going for many, many years. So there's already a real vibrant, creative sharing community there. And there's absolutely no reason, if you're new to the party, we will be so happy to welcome you. You don't have to be alone. You don't have to be isolated in your isolation. There are lots of us. My daughter Grace, she's on lockdown in New York at the moment. And yesterday, when she starts work, she's 5 hours behind us, isn't she? And so she starts work when it's the afternoon, our time. And her job at the moment is just to welcome people coming in. Hello, hello, hello. Lovely to see you. How are you? It's good to have your company. That's all we want to do, is just make sure that you're not alone. all right? And Grace is such a lovely girl, such a lovely woman. And it's doing her the power of good, because she's on lockdown in a very frightening city at the moment. And she says she wakes up and she knows exactly what she's got to do, which is exactly the same as me. So there we are. And what was really lovely was yesterday, because of FaceTime, which is such a fantastic thing, she was tapping away and typing away and welcoming people to Clarity Worldwide. And I was on barbaragrayblog.com. I was writing my blog, and often there was silence. Hang on, let me FaceTime you. Often there was silence, and she was just tapping away and I was tapping away, but we had each other for company. It was the strangest thing, you know, because she lives in New York and I live in Crowborough. But we spent a couple of hours like that, and it was as if we were working in the same room, you know, and we have you to thank for that, because if you weren't here, what would we have to reach out for, you know? So I'm really, really grateful to you too. Right, so we've got our little birds. We've got our lovely, I love these leaves. I think they're so pretty. They're worth hanging on to. And then what we want to do is add a couple of our flowers. Do you remember those flowers that we learned yesterday? So let's pop a couple of them in. But before we do that, hang on a minute. I got carried away with my leaves there. Let me just get rid of them. Right, before we do that, I need to ground this. So I shall just start over here, and I shall come through. Hang on, let me just grab that and then come back round like that. Okay, and then I'm going to take my base like so. Can we see this all right? Round we come, don't worry. And then round we go up there like so. That'll do. And we did this yesterday on the branch as well, didn't we? Do you remember? Which one have I got here? Oh, 1, that's cool. And so we did this yesterday when we were doing the branch. And here we go again. See, so all we keep doing is learning a new trick, and then we roll it into the next day, and day on day we're getting better and better and more confident, really. I find I'm getting more confident. I don't know if it's working for you like that, but my doodles are getting better. Right, I'm making the artwork just come to me because I find this easier. So what I want to do is now I'm going to tighten it up a little bit, and I'm coming out like decking, if you know what I mean. Let's have a look what I'm doing there. Yeah. See? So what I'm doing is I'm kind of bringing, it's like a bit of an optical illusion, because the bottom is spreading out and the top is staying tight. This will be cool. Look, watch. Have a look. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's like splayed out. Looks like something Japanesey, doesn't it? And then all I did was I just added some of the leaves. We know how to do that. We've done this loads of times now. And you can use, you know, the leaves that we did before, which are very pretty. You down the middle, and then let's just put our lines, our doodles in one side like so, and we can put a leaf like so. How are you doing? Are you still doodling away with me? I hope you haven't left me on my own. There we are. So you just add a little hook, add a little leaf. You can add a little berry, add a little dot, add a little, you know, all our old tricks. Look, there we go. So you're going to do that, and you can add more leaves. Of course you can. All right. And now I reckon we're ready to put those flowers in. Should we give them a go again? Let's revisit the flowers. Should we have a look first at the flowers? Let's have a little recap. Okay, these are so pretty. Here we go. So it's a little heart like that. Then there's a little heart on the side, see? And then we join them up, and then we add the stamen. While I'm just holding that like so, have a look at the shading. See? See the shading? Very achievable, actually. And check out the inside of the leaves as well while we're on it. Okie dokie. Right, you ready? So what are we on now? we are doing the flowers. So I'm going to put a flower here. Let's put a flower up here. Right. So I reckon we're going to go the heart first, like that, okay, and then I'm going to pop another one in here on the side, like that, and then another one on the side like that. These are quite big, these flowers. Right, and then we're going to join them up like so. Nice. Then I'm going to add a little base, like so. And then I think I'll just bring it round. Where am I going to land this one though? Where do I want to land it? I think I'll land it about here. Right, so down it comes, you watch. And bang, in it goes. And then we'll add it like that. Right, and then this one, we're going to pop another one here. And we'll overlap them. So this is going to be a bit smaller though. So that'd be quite nice to learn. So make the heart a little bit smaller to begin with, and then we'll do the little side heart, and then the next little side heart, and then we'll join it. Oh, and then we've got to do the bridge. There you go. And then this one, I'm going to come down and I'm going to join it there. So then I come down, I'm going to keep my eye on the road ahead, and then down I come like so. Easy peasy. Good, good, good. And then we can do a couple of little dots inside here. Add a little bit of interest. Can you hear my clock ticking? God, it's one of the most relaxing things. There you go. Easy. And then we'll do one more here. Look, check it out. It's all about the balance. Look, un, deux, trois. We'll do that one there. Pointing out that way, it's the largest one because it's on its own. See? Check it out. Cool. Let's do that one next. Right, so we're up here we go. And the direction, so the heart starts the game. So this is quite a big one. There you go. That'll do. And then we're going to do the little hearts on the side again. There. And again. Like that. Oh, this is going to be a bit wobbly. Don't matter. That'll do. And then we've got that. And now this one, I'm going to bring it down and it's going to come around like that and it's going to sit there. So I'm going to bring it round, follow the road ahead. Boom, there it goes. And then I'm going to add my little dots. Add my little dots. Add my little dots. What about flick, 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 dot, dot, dot. Flick, flick, flick. Dot, dot, dot. Flick, flick, flick. Dot, dot, dot. Boom. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. There you go. So we've got our basics in, haven't we? Let's have a look. We've got our flowers, we've got our leaves, and now I just want to show you a little bit of shading. So let's take our eraser pencil, our pink one, and let's get rid of the pencil work that we put in. This will sharpen it up nicely. Right. So we'll just rub out the pencil lines now, which is exactly what we did when we did our happy letters on Friday. Do you remember? There we go. How are you doing? Are you still following me? I know. They're getting quite elaborate, these, aren't they? Tomorrow we'll keep it simple. There you go. So let's have a look. Right, you ready? So the only thing I want to show you now is the shading. So if we take that one, I just want to show you a little bit of shading, and then I'll leave you to it. So if we take our pencil, take a pencil, any pencil, I'll turn it round. So the first thing we're going to do, starting with the shading, you could start with the top. You start at the top, look, the bird. So anywhere like there, and what about underneath his wing? And you'll see, you just gently, not a lot, just a little like that, just round like that. This makes a world of difference. You watch. A little bit of shading in under there, because that's underneath, you see, so you're getting dimension here. So this is lovely. So let's have a look round here. See that bit there? So let's just add a bit of shadow on that side and then a little bit like so. So you go like that, right? And then you just add a little bit of shade. And you go like that. You watch the difference. And then add a little bit of shadow. So round you go like that. So it's really dark. And then add a little bit of shadow. Round, add a bit of shadow. Look, see how, look, when I hold it up, look at the difference between the top part and the bottom. Isn't that? It's a piece of cake, isn't it? Look. So that's what we're going to do, is like that. And like that. See, now as long as the internet's behaving, there's no reason why we can't keep going. Because in the end, I could say, right, there you go now. Off you go. And we could fast forward. But that's not the point, is it? It's all about us hanging out together and doing this. So let's do it then. See? Round and then jiggle. And then round and then jiggle. What a difference, eh? Look. And all we're using is a pencil, a black micron pen. There you go. And a bit of copy paper. No colour yet. Many of you have ordered those colouring postcards, you know. And we're very grateful to you for doing that as well. And now we want to get them out to you. I'll show you them, just in case you haven't. Let me show you. This is what I'm talking about. These are these postcards. See, there's no rush because we're going to be doing this for weeks to come. And so I think the colouring postcards, which are beautiful and they're cheap as well, right? They're proper postcards. These are lovely designer postcards, right? We're selling them on our website, www.claritystamp.com. Okay. Get them, and then in a couple of weeks' time, then we can start colouring in, right? Also, while you're on the website, this is me selling now. While you're on the website, there are colouring pencils. See, I'm not getting into the colour right now because I want to get these out to you. People are panicking and saying, well, what happens if she starts and I haven't got my colouring postcards yet? Well, that's not going to happen. We'll make sure that you've got your colouring postcards, okay? But they are available and they're going to be our vehicle. I mean, we could colour anything in, can't we? But you see how long it takes us to get to something that we could colour in. And so what we thought was, if we're all singing off the same hymn sheet, like with these colouring postcards, which are a nice little bite size, then I can show you, for example, let me show you, I can show you, you know, like this is one that I've already started, how to make the birds look real, how to make him look like a barn owl, how to make his eyes stand out beautifully, you know, like proper colouring in, like proper. So they're available, pencils are available, and until that happy day when we start that, because we're going to be doing this for ages, let's learn the tricks with a pencil, you know, because I love black and white stuff. I think you can get fantastic results just with black and white. So now, for example, the table here, if you think about it, it's in the dark, isn't it? So everywhere where there's a shadow, right, you're just going to add a little bit of shadow. So here, for example, in the corners, there's going to be a bit of shadow in there, isn't there? Because that's your tray. Do you remember? It was so that the seeds didn't all fly away as soon as there was a gust of wind. We've got feeders in our garden right by the kitchen window, and we get some fantastic birds. We get, here's my favourite one. We get loads of little blue tits and cold tits and long-tailed tits. They come in sometimes. We get gorgeous nuthatch, just a beautiful nuthatch. They come in. We get a lesser spotted woodpecker. He comes in, peck, 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 peck. Now watch what I'm doing. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to hold my finger here, and it just stops me going into the leaf. Do you see? Because it just acts as a block, so I can see that's as far as I want to go. And then it just stops me going any further, you see? like that. And then I start again. Just stick to the edge like that. And then what you do is, you see, I use my finger and it just stops me going too far. And then I just don't press so hard as I'm coming into the, see? So I can go quite hard along there. It gives it that round effect, look, like that. And the thing about using pencils, which is great, is that if you overcook it, if you think, oh, I've done too much, I shouldn't have done so much darkness, then all you do is you take your eraser, your rubber. So we've got pink ones and we've got white ones. The white ones, they're good for getting rid of, like when we use parchment, coloured parchment. But the pink ones, look, if you feel you've overcooked it, just rub it out. That's ideal when you're laying down your line art before you start doodling. But like I say, this is supposed to be enjoyable, not stressful. But I know what we're crafters are like. We want to learn some new things as well. So let's, right? So this, like under that leaf, I'm going to add a bit of shadow. And then under this leaf here, I'll add a bit of shadow. Under this leaf here, I'll add a bit of shadow. And you'll see straight away, watch the difference. And like I say, if you overcook it, all you've got to do is rub it out again. There you go. I won't worry about that side. Just get the shadow down. There you go. How are you doing? Let's have a look. Have you got the shadow too? You fed up yet? Don't be fed up. What else are you going to do today? Look, there you go. Let's have a look at the flowers. So, for example, we can add a little bit of depth. This is all about perspective, isn't it? And then in there, where the petals are further away, look, just add a bit of depth. So you're going to get in there with a pencil, flick, 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 flick. I love working with pencil. There we are. Are you feeling chilled yet? Are you chilled yet? I tell you what, some of the artwork that you're posting is so cool. And I love that you're already starting. Let's have a look at the leaves. You're already applying colour. Good for you. I love that, you know. And don't stop doing that, you know, because you're inspiring each other. When you post your artwork, it's not to be judged. It's to be part of something bigger, you know. That's the thing, isn't it? When we're all on our own like this, it's easy to think that we're an island, that there's nobody else except us. But then when you realise you've all been doing this together. Now, on Facebook yesterday, somebody, now who was it? It was so nice. They said that they knew that their daughter in one part of the country was doing this, the grandchild in another part of the country was doodling along. And she said she took great comfort in the fact that several of her family members, she knew that they would all be doing this at the same time, just doodling away, drawing a pretty picture. That's all we're doing, really. See, so I'm just flicking in. Can you see this all right? Am I come off the edge? There you go. So you flick in, flick that way. I'm just using a pencil. Look, doesn't this look nice? Right? Just like that. Just flick in that way and flick in that way. There you are. Let's have a look on top. Let's see what it looks like. Hey, we're getting there now, aren't we? So let's see. It's been almost an hour. Can you believe that we've spent almost an hour now working on this? So I tell you what we're going to do. Because that I think will do. So what I'd like to do, cool, I'm getting caught up in this now, but that's the magic of it, you see. That's what this is all about. You see, now I just want to kind of stop and go, right, okay, now let me just chill, get in the zone. So what I want to do, right, is carry this forward. So tomorrow we'll look at this. We'll do the bower. Okay? We don't have to complete everything. Tomorrow we'll look at this and we'll do flowers and we'll just go for it and we'll make a beautiful floral bower and we will add it to this. So that's our doodle tomorrow. We're going to carry on because otherwise we'll be here all day and there'll be no lunch on the table and the sun will have gone in and we'll still be a doodling, right? But so for this afternoon, what I'd really like you to do is just enjoy this, add your detail, do your roof, add your spin on it. You're so good at this now, right? Add your things to it, add your bees, but do me a favour and leave a space for our lovely floral bower that's going to come around there. And this is great for me too, because it means that actually I know what we're already doing at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, you know, and it'll be good for you too, because, you know, going into this, we're going to be learning, we're going to be using the flowers that we learned yesterday, you know, the lovely magnolias. Let me show you. I'm not saying do it, I'm saying hang on. If you want to have a little doodle or a little practice, let's have a look. And you'll see, if we check out where we're headed, we're going to be taking all the different flowers that we've learned so far, and we're going to be building a beautiful bower around our bird table. Okay? I think in these uncertain times, it's okay sometimes to know exactly where we're headed. And I appreciate your company. Thank you for giving me a reason for getting up every morning. And so I hope that you enjoyed this. I'd like you to come back again tomorrow. Should we do our stretches? Oh, my neck, that is so good. Go on, stretch a bit. Did you enjoy that? Hang on, am I gaping? Okay, thank you for joining me. Be safe and enjoy the sunshine if it's shining where you are. And I'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Till then, bye-bye now.